Prejudice. Right, time to hear from Pride and Prejudice star Keira Knightley now. Now, I met up with her on Monday. She'd just flown in before attending the premiere on Monday night, and she only spoke to us, and this is what she had to say. It is very nice for you to do this interview because I know you're in the middle of filming Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
2 lots of Pirates of the Caribbean.
2 doses, yeah.
In for the premiere of Pride and Prejudice, and that's what we're talking about today. And it's absolutely excellent.
Oh, good.
So I think Oscars might be.
I wouldn't go that far, but it is a lovely film. I'm very proud of it.
And what a role to play for an actress. Lizzie Bennet is one of the great roles to play, isn't it? Did you really want it when you heard that they were making it? Did you really want it?
I did really want it, but I was terrified at exactly the same time. I mean, I was so terrified that I tried to talk my agents into not setting up a meeting with the director and the producer, because I was like, just don't send me up for this because this is too terrifying. I'm not good enough. I'm not ready for it. Please don't make me do this. And they just went, listen, I'm a huge Jane Austen fan. I've been obsessed, particularly by Pride and Prejudice, since I was about 7. And they just went, listen, you're obsessed. You are obsessed with the book. You'll be fine. Just go and meet him.
But Joe Wright, the director, initially thought when he heard that you were interested in the part that you were perhaps a little too beautiful to play Lizzie Bennet.
Yeah. And then he met me and he went, no, she's fine. I don't quite know what that means.
She's an old scruff, really.
Yeah, it's all right.
So which of the painted peacocks is our Mr. Bingley?
Well, he's on the right, and on the left is his sister.
And the person with the quizzical brow?
That is his good friend, Mr. Darcy.
He looks miserable, poor soul.
Miserable he may be, but poor he most certainly is not.
Tell me.
10,000 a year, and he earns half of Derbyshire.
The miserable half.
It's a lovely movie. It looks lovely and it is lovely. And Mr. Darcy
is
rather lovely.
Absolutely, he's very lovely. Yeah, no, Matthew McFadden I think he's the perfect Darcy. He's a proper bloke and he's very vulnerable at the same time, and it's such a romantic combination.
Was it good to work with?
Yeah, he's a lovely, lovely guy. His wife is a very lucky lady.
Also, what a cast. I mean, Brenda Blethyn is this stupid old Mrs. Bennet, who she plays brilliantly.
She does.
And then Donald Sutherland, what a man, as Mr. Bennet.
Yeah.
What was he like to work with?
Amazing. A legend. I mean, 2 of my favourite films, one's Mrs. Brown, and we had Judi Dench in the film, and the other one's Don't Look Now, and that's Donald Sutherland. And I mean, to be able to work with these people was just, it was a dream come true.
Your mother insists on you marrying Mr. Collins.
Yes, I shall never see her again.
Lizzie, from this day onward, you must be a stranger to one of your parents.
Who will maintain you when your father is dead?
Your mother will never see you again if you do not marry Mr. Collins. And I will never see you again if you do.
Mr. Bennet.
Thank you, Papa.
You're doing very, very well, but everyone tells you the world is your oyster, you're at the top of your game. You're only 20. Where do you see everything going? Or do you not look ahead, really?
No.
You just take every project as it comes and you still enjoy it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't think you can look ahead in this particular industry. I think you've just got to go with the flow and see what happens. And if it all falls apart tomorrow, then I've had a really nice run, and so be it.
Yeah, do you know, before I met you, I've never met you before, but I bet certain people I work with have. And they also, she's so lovely, she's really down to earth. And yet you were brought up in a very sort of, you know, your mum was an actress turned playwright, your father still is an actor. Yet you do seem very, very grounded, very down to earth, not very lovey.
So, not very lovely.
No.
No.
Nice.
I mean, no, but I think it's because I always saw the reality of the profession, and the reality is that you have huge highs and highs, not lies,
and lies.
highs and lies sometimes, huge highs and huge lows, and that's fine, and that's what makes it lovely. But you can't expect the highs to last forever. You really can't, and you do have to make the most of it and enjoy it. But know that it is something that's a flash in the pan, and that's fine.
But you've overcome a real problem with reading. I don't know if you were diagnosed with dyslexia, but...
When I was 6, they found that I couldn't read at all, and so I was diagnosed with dyslexia at about 6.5 or something like that. But you don't get statemented when you're 6. They kind of wait. So I'd asked for an agent when I was 3, and my mum had said no, absolutely not. And finally she said, okay, if you work with me every single day through the summer holidays, you come to me with a book in your hand,
your reading,
and a smile in your face, then at the end of it I'll get you an agent. And from then on, it was, as long as I kept my grades up, then I was allowed to work during the summer holidays, so the acting was like my carrot to do well at school. So by the time I was 11, I'd had a lot of help from my parents, some really amazing teachers and some great tutors as well, and I'd pretty much overcome it, so it's not a problem now at all.
And is acting everything you thought it would be? Because you've got the press side that comes with it. I mean, you and Sienna Miller, there's this sort of telescope trained on you all the time. Do you notice it, or do you just live with it?
I don't read it. I mean, you obviously notice when people are following you around with cameras, and it's weird. I mean, it's really weird. Most of my friends have nothing to do with this profession, and when we go out, it's even stranger for them because they're just kind of like, what's going on? So, I mean, it is really odd. But
you still go on buses and things, though,
I
don't
do.
you?
Not at the moment. My face is on them. I can't do it now. It's really embarrassing. But yeah, I think you can only live your own life, and I'm a big believer in you can't let other people dictate how you live your life. And obviously, it gets a little bit difficult if I've got a film coming out. Then there's a little bit more attention. So I kind of have to keep my head down a bit. But I think you can only be who you are, really.
Yeah. Now, you are single as well, and I did read the other day that you would like to find a man that you could have a good chat with, a good laugh with, a good fight with,
No, do you
and
know
he's
what?
got good shoes.
Yeah, he's got good shoes, absolutely. But you know what, I'm fine. Not that I'd ever talk about relationships, because it's a policy not to. But yeah, you know, I mean, I'm 20. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying my work. I've got a beautiful group of friends, and
I was
that's all you
just
can ask
saying
for.
it because my husband's, you know, I'm trying to offload him on someone, and he's good to have a fight with.
Oh, really?
And he actually has got very good taste in shoes.
Oh, well, excellent. He sounds perfect. Well, great.
He'd be perfect for someone else. He's going to kill me as
He'll
well.
kill you for that one.
Yeah.